Wanted to show you how pretty these buds are on this Tyroselle hibiscus. And do you see the red mottling in the stem? I mean, it's just so pretty. I've always loved this plant since I first grew it. These are going to open up tomorrow morning, so don't let me forget. This stuff showed up in my yard wild. It's a climbing hemp vine. And it smells so good. It's grown all over my porch. I think it's so pretty. This is really crazy. This is the most I've ever seen these bloom. They're so pretty too. I got kind of flooded last night. Not too bad though. Not as bad as like Galveston and Houston. It's okay. I'm making the cheapest thing that you can possibly make, which is cube steaks with green beans. But oh my god, I love these. They take like forever to cook, but they're so good. Okay, I've added the green beans. Trust me, there's like a lot worse things you could eat. The steaks are under there and they're done, and you just cook these until the water goes away. And I'm also going to make some scrambled eggs to go with this. And it's a lot of protein and not bad for you. I mean, I don't think, but man, is it good. Put some salt and pepper in here too. So yeah, nothing really fancy, but you know, this whole thing, there's a huge platter there. This whole thing cost me about $11. Keeping in mind beef is more expensive here of any form. And I don't really understand that because all the cows are here. But okay, whatever. And so there you have it. Just something cheap to eat that's not horrible for you. And I just remembered today is the September Equinox, so I'm going to try to stand this egg up. I don't think it'll work in this house though, because I don't think my house is level. So, I'll see if it works or not. It's supposed to stay. Oh, it didn't. Yeah, does it matter what end? I mean, should I flatten it a little bit on? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You're supposed to, on the equinoxes, you're supposed to be able to stand up an egg. And by the way, like, I really do not believe in hoodoo, voodoo, and witchcraft and all that stuff, but last night, like, I saw something, I think I saw it on YouTube or something about a Santorian egg cleanse. You can look that up, it's really weird, but I decided to do one just because I wanted to see what the egg would do, because like I was bored, I guess. I don't know, but I did it, and I wish I would have videotaped it, because when I did it, like they say, if you see images of people's faces or anything like that in the white of the egg, that like that means like, it's really weird because like all the explanations for it, for translating the egg, or somebody called me, but it's weird that like if somebody calls you, it just stops your video on iPhone. What the hell? But so all the explanations that they give for the egg and the way the yellow looks, the way the white looks, everything are all like negative, you know, horrible outcomes. And there's never any good ones. And I mean, I actually asked one of the women that do the translations on YouTube about it. It's like, why isn't there any good outcomes? Like, it's like as if, you know, anybody that does an egg cleanse, that it's just all bad things that are happening to them. Why isn't there any? But anyways, I don't believe in that stuff anyways, but I just asked her to see what she would say. But I did mine last night, and I wish I would have videotaped it. Don't you dare come over here and start interrupting me. Sammy, he's gonna start banging into my phone. Nope, you gotta get down. You have to get down for the real. He's gonna keep giving me a hard time. But it's too rainy for him to go outside, so he has to pester me. Don't you? But so So, anyways, he actually just got cat hair on my egg. Ew. Because I was touching him with it in my hand. Sammy. So what does it mean if you have a hairy egg? So, anyways, will you get down? You're disrupting everything. Stop it. I swear this cat, he's the biggest baby. Get out of here. So, I don't believe in any of that, but I did it anyways. Like I said, I think I was bored or something. Just wanted to see what the egg would do. Show me what gloom and doom it was prophesying for my life or whatever. And when I did it, the yolk just dropped to the bottom, and there was no evil eye like they show, you know. But if, like I said, if you see like forms of faces or forms of a person or whatever, that's supposed to mean like that person's after you or whatever, if it looks like somebody you know or something. But what happened was like one of the parts of the white shot up straight like into this figure that looked like a stick figure, and then right beside it a smaller I'm trying to keep my cat away from Sammy. Oh my god. Stop. It's like I'm not paying attention to him, so he's like, no, you must pay attention to me. Me. So then this smaller part of the white shot up, and it looked literally like it, to me it looked like a woman with a smaller woman in front of her, and that woman had her arms around the smaller woman. So it was weird because there's like the big giant stick figure standing there, and then the woman protecting the little girl, you know, or something like that. And it was just so weird looking. And then I was like, you're supposed to throw salt on it after that. And I did, and flushed it down the toilet. And so it was just, it's kind of a waste of a good egg. And I really didn't want to waste an egg. And now I'm going to rinse this one because obviously, yeah, it's not going back in the egg carton like that. Maybe I should do another one. What do you think? Maybe I will. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. So, anyways, my cats are like driving me crazy right now. It's weird because when it's raining, they can't go outside and they're so discontent. And it's like having a bunch of little kids, you know, that you have to keep secluded in the house because of lockdown or something. I mean, that's what I feel like. I mean, they just drive me bananas when they can't go out. It's like they're so irritable. And Sammy did end up running out the door, so he ran out in the rain. I guess he really wanted to go out there. But I was going to say, I just started reading this book the other night, and it's kind of an interesting book so far. They call E.O. Wilson, I think it's Edward Wilson, the ant guy or the ant man. I mean, he's done a lot of work like with nature, and he's studied insects, not just ants. He's studied a lot of insects extensively and their behavior patterns. But his work on ants is really remarkable. But I think he actually has like a documentary film about ants that's like called Ants, I think, if I remember right. But I started reading this the other night, and this book's kind of strange because the whole book is a letter to just a generalized pastor, like a Christian pastor. And what it's doing is he's asking this pastor to get on the same page with him and telling him, you know, I know our beliefs are different, you know, as far as where life came from, and but to save the planet, we need to fight together. But what I wanted to ask everybody, and I know if you've even got this far in the video, it'll be a freaking miracle, because usually nobody even watches my whole video, and if I ask anybody anything, nobody ever says anything. So, but what my question is he said in this, and I don't agree with it, he said that the two most powerful forces are religion and science. But I think that those are two really important things. Oh my gosh, there is a twig ant in my kitchen. I hate those things. I want to smush him, but I don't want to stop talking, so I'm just going to keep an eye on him while I'm talking. No, wait a minute, I'm going to get him. About that. Those ants, one of them bit me last night. All I did was lean out the back door and put my back against the wall for just a second, and one got up on my neck and bit me. But they will leave a big, huge, painful welt on you if they bite you. And now what he was doing in my kitchen, I don't know, because I don't ever have any bugs in this house, so that was crazy. But I squashed his little ass. I'm like, better you than me, buddy, because I already got one welt on my neck, and that might have even been the one that was on my neck, because it hurt so bad when he bit me. Like, I freaked out and just ripped my dress off, and you know, I didn't find the ant. Like, even though I looked for it, I couldn't find it, and so that might have been the one that bit me. But so anyways, what I was going to say is, he says, you know, that the two most powerful forces in the world are religion and science, but I think there's other things. I don't disagree that those are two powerful forces, you know, that are fighting against what, you know, the destruction of the planet. But there's also, I think, greed, and there's military power, there's education, there's, what else did I think of? I mean, I think there's a lot of things, but then, you know, there's some things that can be fit into other categories. Like, I think religion could be, you know, be fit into greed, because there's a lot of religious entities out there that are just in it for the money, and they don't care that they're not telling the truth and being honest with people. You know, in politics, that's another one, politics. So if you can think of any more, like, powerful forces that might affect, you know, the planet's destruction or salvation, one way or the other, just comment below, because I'm wondering if I haven't thought of anything. And anyways, besides that, have a great day. I told you I'd show you this when I got one. This is after the flower. Like, see? This is an old flower that just died today on my Tyroselle. And you pluck that off. And these red pieces here. I can't get it with one hand. But you peel these off. That is what they sell in the stores, and they use for the tea and the dye and whatever else you want to use them for. That's the covering of the seed pod. And see the seed pods inside of there? And you can literally take all of this off and just dry those seed pods by themselves. And you can use all this red for whatever you want to use it for. And see the little round seed pods inside of there. There's probably about maybe 100 seeds in each one of those.